Giuoco piano game, 4.O-O Nf6. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. Black played better than white in the opening. That was an incredible middle game by both players. Sharp games are frequently the result of starting with the king's pawn, since it dominates the center and frees up the bishop and queen on the light squares. A typical answer is e5, which builds a position in the middle, controls d4, and frees up the queen and bishop on the dark square. The move nf3 advances the knight toward the center, engages the e5 piece in combat, and sets up a castle. nc6 defends the pawn on e5, advances the knight toward the center, and scans the d4 square. Beginning the Italian game is bc4, which immediately begins to attack the f7 pawn and get ready to castle. bc5 attacks the f2 pawn and helps control the important d4 square. Castling gets the king out of the center and activates the rook. nf6 develops the knight toward the center, attacks the e4 pawn and prepares castling. A pawn that was being attacked and had no defenses is now protected by this. Castling gets the king to a safer square, out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. Castling to the same side of the board as the opponent avoids some of the attacking associated with opposite side castling. The bishop is prepared to grow into a functional square. This moves the bishop to a better location, allowing it to control more squares. It is the last book move. This suggests exchanging items of equivalent value. That's good. That's a decent move. That's good. Perfectly on point. It is ideal. A wise decision. It is quite good. It's all right. That's good. There was just one smart move to be made. This enables the adversary to win a tempo by posing a rook threat. It is incorrect. This accomplishes this by posing a threat to a rook and compelling it to flee. It is ideal. The rook is now in a safe position. It is quite good. It is a fair deal after all captures. It is ideal. Recaptures. It is quite good. This misses a chance to contest the open file with the opposing rook. It is incorrect. This misses an opportunity to develop a piece while also winning a tempo on a bishop. This permits the opponent to challenge the opposing rook for the open file. It is an inaccuracy. This buys time by putting a rook in danger and getting it to flee. That's good. By posing a threat to a bishop and compelling it to flee, this gains a tempo. That's good. This puts doubled pawns in front of the opponent's king, diminishing its safety and weakening the pawn structure. It is ideal. Backs off. It is ideal. While not a mistake, that is also not the wisest course of action. That's good. This provides an equal exchange of parts. It is ideal. This keeps the material balance in check with good commerce. It is ideal. Recaptures. It is ideal. This disregards an improved strategy for taking an open file with a rook. It is incorrect. This misses a chance to link together rooks. It is incorrect. There were worse maneuvers, but there were also much better ones. It is incorrect. Not the finest, this. It is incorrect. This loses a chance to imply that winning a pawn is possible. It is incorrect. Now that the rooks can see one another, they can defend one another. That's good. This exposes a knight assault. It is quite good. This shields the knight who was attacked. It is ideal. Very precise. It is best. This is not the best approach. It is incorrect. This misses a chance to make a pawn-winning threat. It is incorrect. There were worse maneuvers, but there were also much better ones. It is incorrect. That's a decent move. That's good. This provides an equal exchange of parts. That's good. This exchange is fair. It is ideal. It is a fair deal after all captures. It is ideal. This keeps the material balance in check with good commerce. It is ideal. Backs off. White is equal at this point in the endgame. It is ideal. This misses a chance to move the king out of the rear rank and activate it. It is incorrect. Not the finest, this. It is incorrect. It's alright. That's good. An active king is critical in the endgame and getting it off of the back rank is the first step. It is good. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. Black played better than White in the opening. That was an incredible middle game by both players.